I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Michael Cohen is reacting in Michael Cohen fashion to the news that Donald Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, screwed up big time. Some are even calling it a $1 billion screw up, where it appears that she forgot to check the box that says Donald Trump was demanding a jury trial in connection with the New York Attorney General Letitia James fraud valuation civil case against Donald Trump, the Trump Organization, and others, because now it will be a bench trial before Judge Arthur Engoron, and Donald Trump waived his right to a jury by failing basically to check the box that says demand jury trial. The New York Attorney General's office, when they brought this case last year, they didn't demand a jury trial. So then the burden shifts to Trump and Trump's lawyers to demand a jury trial. They check the box under the CPLR, New York Civil Procedure Code. Boom, you get a jury trial, but they didn't check it and they waived the jury. And now Donald Trump's out there whining about it. This is what Donald Trump's posting on his social media platform. In the New York State Attorney General Letitia James case, I was targeted, given no jury, no extensions, no commercial division, no constitutional rights. What are you talking about? First off, your lawyer waived your right to a jury trial because your lawyer didn't read that thing. I don't know, it's called the law. It's called New York CPLR, the Code of Civil Procedure. And if you wanted a jury trial, all Alina Habba had to do was just check the box that said demand for a jury trial, but that was waived. And then you talk about no constitutional rights. You filed a summary judgment motion. You filed a motion to the judge to try to get the case dismissed. Now, New York Attorney General Letitia James also filed a motion with the court to try to get the case ruled on, a determination made that you're liable. And she made very persuasive arguments about the $1 billion each year fraudulent valuations that you made on your different assets and on your net worth. What a compelling presentation that. Yeah, but here, New York Attorney General Letitia James, she's ready to go. Your lawyers don't know how to check a box. I want to ask Michael Cohen what he thinks about Alina Habba's. Michael Cohen tells me she hobbit it. Cohen goes, she hobbit it. What else do you expect here? Play this clip of Michael Cohen.
New York Attorney General case. Alina Habba. She hobbled the entire problem. And what did she do? Well, they failed. And I cannot imagine that this was done intentionally, because it makes, again, no sense at all. Trying to figure these folks out is really a difficult task in and of itself. But she failed to file the necessary documents in the New York Attorney General case against Trump, Trump.org, the kids, etc. So that case now is going to be a bench trial. No jury, unless the judge wants to bring them in for certain points in order to have jury and panel. I doubt it, but the judge certainly can do that. This is going to be a bench trial where all the evidence is provided to the judge, who is the ultimate arbiter based upon his decision-making process. It is not going to any third parties. No jury is going to be impaneled. That, by the way, knocks off a minimum of 3 weeks to the start of the trial, because that's what it was anticipated that it would take in order to voir dire a jury in order to sit for this case. Astounding, absolutely astounding, the level of incompetence. And I want to remind people that the New York Attorney General's case is a $250 million base. That doesn't mean that it's a $250 million case. It means that she's starting the case at $250 million, going up to whatever she determines based upon the documents and the evidence that she's going to be able to prove before Judge Engoron, who Donald has been attacking on a daily basis, along with Judge Chutkin. Again, not smart. This is now going to ultimately be a financial disaster to him and the organization. And I say that not because I have any inside info other than the fact I know what they intend to raise at trial. Let's not forget I was deposed on this by Haba several months ago. So this case is starting. I was subpoenaed last Friday to appear as a witness for this case, which, if I can be open to my brigaders, which I am, I'm not thrilled about it. I do want to see Trump held accountable. I want to see Don and Eric held accountable. I want to see the Trump organization held accountable. But I want people to remember, number one, being a witness at a trial, being deposed, meeting with prosecutors, DA, 23 times, several times with the AG. It's very taxing on not just your mind, but on your heart and your soul. And it's physically and mentally exhausting. And I happen to be exhausted. I truly am. I am exhausted. And as much as I wish that they did not send me the subpoena, they did. And I have no interest in being held in contempt of court like Mark Meadows is currently, or Steve Bannon was. I have no interest in allowing this case to fall apart because I didn't have the fortitude to continue forward on this journey of truth to power. And so I'll probably take a couple of days off, before that, and really just shut down, because they are going to grill me, and I'm talking about defense counsel, in the same manner as they did at the House Oversight Committee, which, if you all watched it, and I'm pretty sure most people did, about 100 million people watched that ass beating, they were ruthless, demeaning, disparaging, ugly, 5-minute statements made by each and every one of the Republicans, never asking a question. All they did was denigrate me with the same words that they were told to do by the Trump administration. It's exactly what they used to do during the Trump campaign, send out letters to the people who are going to be surrogates on television, telling them, use this buzzword, this is what we want to talk about, et cetera, et cetera. So I am certain that Haba, who I understand claimed today during a live appearance before the court, said that she is going to be first counsel on this case. And when I heard that, all I can do is chuckle, because she is so out of her lane for defense in a matter like this against the New York Attorney General's office and the prosecutors, that it's astonishing. And I also don't believe that that's going to be true. I believe
that can't possibly be true. There's no way that Alina Habba will sit first chair and be the lead trial counsel in the New York Attorney General's fraud valuation case. Alina Habba talked a big game like she was going to be first chair and lead trial counsel in defending Donald Trump in the E. Jean Carroll matter. She didn't even do a single witness, yet alone sit as first chair. Joe Tacopina did every single witness, and Joe Tacopina brought in one lawyer, I think, who did a few cross exams and direct exams, but Alina Habba did nothing there. You could tell I have so much fun doing that show with Michael Cohen. By the way, Cohen started his own club on Patreon called the Beatdown Club, and I believe next week he's going to be doing a live Zoom meeting where you could meet Michael Cohen. He's also posting childhood photos, posting things about his biography that you never known about him before. We have an after show that we do there. It's actually a pretty incredible club called the Beatdown Club. So check it out, patreon.com/political beatdown. That's patreon.com/political beatdown. Check that out as well. And hit subscribe on our YouTube. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers. Have a great day.
Hey Midas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.